I really love soup.
Soup?
Like, yeah, like sour soup.
Sour soup.
Yeah.
Is it like actually like what is sour soup?
It's like a soup that's sour.
I swear to God, I knew you were gonna say that shit. I knew you were gonna say it. Speaking of soup, did you hear that Cardi B and Nicki Minaj got in a
Oh my
fight?
God. Oh.
She left with a freaking egg on her head. Oh my God.
Being famous is wild. Hey, it's me, Billy's Fresh Empanadas, aka Bien. Or did I do that wrong?
And hey, I'm SLYLEAF, aka Salsa. That goes with empanadas, right?
I don't know. I never dipped my empanadas in salsa.
I can't really say I've had empanadas.
I love empanadas. They're like very flaky, very moist. Sometimes they're dry, but like you gotta blame the cooker for that. But
the cooker.
if it's dry, you could just put it in some salsa. So
exactly.
That's empanadas without salsa.
True. And welcome back to Narts. Oh, Narts.
Oh, Narts.
Yeah, Narts. Welcome back.
Yay!
We're on our bi-weekly schedule here, and hopefully that's going well. Hope you guys are not suffering too much between the 2 weeks that you can't hear our voices. So,
okay.
Yeah. Hit me.
So what did you do in the past 2 weeks that we were gone, SLYLEAF?
Oh man, there is so much stuff. Like, okay, so not this past weekend, but the weekend before that. Wait, yes. Though, not this now, but last weekend was the big move for me, for my mom, and
Yay.
Boy howdy, like. When I say that she's got a lot of stuff, man, she's got a lot of stuff. So we did that. I was tired. I was so tired, like from last Thursday till like Sunday. Well, yeah, like all the way through. Just going and unloading furniture and driving and long trips. And it's just, boy, I was just like exhausted. So, and then I had to fight with the internet company up here to get them to install it. And that's a story in itself because first of all, it took them like 2 days to like send the person to like come out and, plug everything in. And so I live in the South, mind you guys. This adds to the flavor of the story. So, so the tech finally comes over in the morning, and he comes in and he was like, "Hey, so what am I fixing?" And I was like, "Oh, you're not fixing it. You gotta like install it." And he was like, "Oh, well, that's gonna charge you money." And I was like, "Oh Lord." So like I had to like not fight, but like discuss with the customer service people over the phone that it wasn't supposed to charge anything because it was like a whole big deal. But the part I want to tell you is he comes up to my room and he's like, this Wi-Fi ain't gonna reach downstairs, you ain't gonna get no signal whatsoever. And I was like, oh, I think it'll be okay. And he's like, nah. And he's like leaning over my walls and my desk and stuff. And he like starts slapping my wall and he's like, see these, you got these, plaster walls ain't gonna do no signal down there. And I was like, what is going on? What's happening? And I'm just standing there, like, kind of in my pajamas, like, with a sweater on, like, just, like, watching this guy. Because he was literally just supposed to come in and just plug it up and then leave. It wasn't, like, a big fiasco. And he's like, yeah, you got them plaster walls. And he's, like, stomping on the floor, like, yeah, wood floor. And I'm like, yeah, wood floor, real...
You live like this?
He's like, do people not usually have wood floors? Is that like a scary thing? So that was funny. And so he's like standing over my desk and like hooking up my and he was like, it was so funny because like he was using all this like lingo and like mumbo jumbo stuff that like wasn't like standard networking lingo. It was like stuff for their company specifically. He's like, yeah, we got them what we call birds. It's called signal. And he was like trying to think of it, and he couldn't remember what it was. And he was like trying to explain to me why Wi-Fi wouldn't go through a door and wouldn't go through the floor, and how it wasn't gonna reach.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, guy. What? And I was just like, oh yeah, really? Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. Yeah, I was just like, because what am I supposed to do? Argue with him? And so he's leaning over my desk, and he sees my my tablet, my Wacom tablet. He's like, what's this? He like pats. He's like patting on everything. Like, what's this? And I'm like, oh, that's an art tablet. So I use it to draw or like, stuff like that. I mean, I literally only use it for OSU, but I mean.
You don't want to tell your internet guy that you play Otsu.
OSU, Ohio State University. Something like, I don't know.
Holy shit.
But like, yeah, so he was like, oh, you're one of them art students. And he saw like my mic and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I just do like art and music stuff sometimes. And he was like, oh, you got an art degree? And this was where it got really awkward, because I was like, no, I actually have a computer science degree. And he was like, oh, yeah, well, they don't usually teach networking with those things, it's just computer stuff. And I was like, no, I have a specialized degree in networking for computer science. And he was like, he just shut up. He was just like, oh, yeah, all right.
Oh no, Sarah.
So like I felt so bad because like what am I supposed to do? Just like lie about myself? Like what do I do? Do I spare
to make him feel better?
Do I spare him? Or do I save myself? Like redeem myself? Like what is the option? And I just chose that because I was already like kind of ticked off at like the whole situation, but I wasn't gonna like fuss about it, So that was That was my really subtle revenge at the internet company. And this guy.
I can just imagine his face.
He had like he was like, all right. It was so bad. Oh my gosh. What else happened this week? Oh yeah. So this is a really funny story. So, when we were moving, we actually had to go make a second trip back to the house.
Nasty.
Yeah, it was really bad. And so we had a guy that was a friend of my mom's that drove the big U-Haul truck because neither of us wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. And so it was a one-way trip at the U-Haul, so we dropped it off. So I had to take him back home. And it's a very long drive, and, it was late at night. So I was, like, talking this guy's ear off, bless him, for, like, enduring that, but so to keep myself awake, because it was like in the middle of the night that I was driving him back, so I was tired. And we got, we were telling stories about this and that and the other, and I got telling, like I started telling the story about how one time when I was driving back from visiting my sister who lives around here too, I was driving back home, and out of all things, like I've never hit a deer with my car or never got into like an accident really, but I hit a freaking rabbit on the interstate.
No.
And I know. It just like on the interstate. Like what are rabbits doing on the interstate? This thing just came out of nowhere, and I hit it with my car, and it hit it. My car was like a little car back then. Mm-hmm. And it hit it really hard and like jammed, like broke off a piece of the like bumper plastic part, and then like it got stuck underneath there, and I had to pull over on the interstate and like yank that off. And I was telling the story to this guy, and I was like, "Isn't that crazy?" And he was like, "Yeah, that is pretty crazy. I've never seen a rabbit on the interstate. I've only seen like a deer like in the middle of the night, and it have to be like really empty on the interstate." I was like, "Yeah, me too." And so we're driving back, and I kid you not even 20 minutes after that conversation, like barely 20 minutes, a freaking rabbit runs out into the interstate, and I hit it!
Again?
Again! 5 years later, another rabbit pops out. As soon as I tell that story, a rabbit comes out. And luckily, not luckily for the rabbit, but luckily for me, I was driving my mom's truck, like pickup truck. So it didn't even touch like the body of the truck. It just literally just went under the tire. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe that just happened. And I was so sad and like I was like, oh my God, I can't.
Sarah.
I just doomed this poor rabbit because I literally jinxed myself. So that was.
Rabbits are my favorite animal.
I'm so sorry. Like that thing came out of nowhere and just leaped under the tire.
Those little benches.
I felt so bad. And I was just like, I don't know what to do.
It's okay. Yeah. It's the circle of life.
Yeah, it's something like that. Circle of tires running over small animals. Anyway.
Oh, no.
Other than oh yeah, and I like, okay. This is, I don't know if I like gained a new superpower by coming up to North Carolina because, I talked about a rabbit and then a rabbit appeared. And the same thing happened. My mom and I went grocery shopping and she was like, man, I really want a cherry pie. And I was like, oh, okay, a cherry pie. And she was like, yeah, let's go get one. And so, we did some shopping and we got the cherry pie and we came back home. And then she didn't want any that night. She was going to eat it tomorrow. And so I was like, okay. So that night when I was asleep, I had a dream that like I was in the kitchen of my old house and the cherry pie was there, the same one. And I had a dream that she tasted it and she was like, this is nasty. And I was like, that's a weird dream. That was literally it.
Cherry pie is disgusting. I'm sorry. I don't like cherries.
No.
I don't like cherries.
Okay, you're ridiculous. You're ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
Cherry pie is good. Fight me.
Maybe it's because I got it ruined by cherry flavored Starburst.
Oh.
Right? I hate cherry flavored things.
Really? Yeah, I mean, I can get that. Like cherry, same goes for a lot of like fruit flavored things, Yeah.
I also really hate so the things that they put in fruits, especially cherries, to make it grow bigger and stuff like that. I'm allergic to that kind of stuff. So it makes my lips really, really itchy. So like when I was little, I used to love eating cherries, but like it would make my lips really itchy. So like I just grown to hate them. And yeah, so I hate cherry.
I mean, that's valid, I guess. But what was I saying? Oh yeah. So oops. That was my desk. And so she in the dream, she was like, oh, this is nasty. So I was like, that's a very bizarre dream. And so I wake up the next morning and go downstairs and my mom is sitting there on the couch and she was like, have you tried that pie yet? And I was like, no. And she was like, it's really gross. And I was like,
what?
I have powers. I have new powers. I can see the future in my dreams and in conversations on the interstate.
Holy shit.
So I don't know. It kind of freaked me out, like those two things like happening like back to back. Like it was literally like one day to the next, and I was like, "Damn, I'm like psychic or whatever." Now. Like that's a future I can see.
I hate you.
I know. But yeah, so that pretty much sums up my week. That and I played a lot of Pokemon Go. So much to the point where I went outside and my phone overheated.
Nice. Love that. I love Pokemon Go.
Caught a Thickerita. What about you? What did you do for these past 2?
Oh boy. A whole lot of nothing. Like everything that happened past last week was basically not like anything at all. So 2 weeks ago, I dropped my sister off at the airport. She went back to New Jersey, her home, and I was really sad because I love Alana. Like,
aww.
I hate babies. I'm sorry. Like, babies gross me out, and whenever I see them, I get really awkward. And when they're like, "Here, hold this," I'm like, "No." But bonding with Alana has really made me, see the
Mm,
brighter side of babies and
yeah,
only Alana.
I
Babies
see.
are still gross.
Yeah, well, it's because it's like it's your family. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I
Yeah.
know exactly what you mean because I have. Speaking of babies, my brother just had his third child,
Mm,
Thursday, and
nice.
yeah, my mom and I went to go visit. I forgot to tell you about that. We went to go visit the baby today, and literally that happened to me. They were like, "Here, hold this new child that's days old," and I was
No,
like,
no, no.
because you know how you have to hold their heads, you know.
Yes,
You have to
yes.
support their heads. So I was like, like I was so awkward trying to hold her because
Yeah.
like I wanted to rest her head on my arm, but like my arm was like hovering and it wasn't resting on my leg, so it was very uncomfortable. And I kept trying to shift, but she was like doing that thing where she was like scrunching up her face like she was getting ready to cry. She was like, eh. So I was like, oh my god, someone take this thing away from me. I don't know what to do with this. Yeah,
I
babies
literally,
scare me too.
yeah. Even with Alana, like before she could support her head, I was very awkward. But now that
Yeah.
she could support her head and
Yeah.
she's starting to stand, she's much more fun. And I like had so much fun babysitting her while my sister does her errands and stuff like that. And like
Yeah.
I just grown to love her so much, and I miss her a lot.
Aww.
Alana, and she's coming back in like a month. Her first
Ooh,
birthday
that's
party
good.
is going to be here. It's going to be pink and glittery and
Aww.
super
That's
nice.
cute.
We're having a big party, and I'm really excited.
That's
But
adorable.
what I'm not excited for is the airport to pick up my sister because I hate the airport.
Oh
Oh.
gosh.
My God. Okay. Let me just tell you. Let me
Yeah.
just tell you the story about what the frick happened when I dropped my sister off at the airport.
Mhm.
So I drove her to the airport, and so there's usually a exit on the way to go to the terminals for the parking for the free 2-hour parking that you can have so you can bring all the luggage to the terminal and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So we go to the exit, and I'm just like, okay, we're gonna go in the parking. It's closed. The parking.
Oh, what?
And I'm just like, the heck? And there's a sign that says, so there's a hotel. There's a hotel right next to the airport.
Uh-huh.
And they were hosting an event or something. So it said closed for event at Hilton. And I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? This is like an airport. It's busy. So
Yeah.
it takes us to a shady bottom level of the parking lot. And I'm just like, this is the worst. I hate O'Hare. I hate the airport. And so like we go and we find parking and we walk, and literally there's puddles everywhere. And I'm just like, I'm wearing chanclas. I'm wearing open toed. Okay, open toed. I do not want to step on these puddles.
Did you
So
have
like,
socks on too?
no. What do you
I'm
think I am?
disappointed. I think you're the kind of person to wear socks with sandals.
I mean, I used to be, but now that it's grown super hot, I don't want to, sweat. So
You gotta let your little posies breathe.
yeah. So, anyways, so she has like so many bags for baby shit. Like honestly, you put
Yeah.
the freaking car chair inside this bag and you wear it like a backpack, and I look like I have a whole like chair on my back. Like it literally looks so awkward. And she has 2 luggages. And honestly, I wouldn't mind because she's packing for her daughter and herself, right? But my sister brought how many outfits for a month? Like what? Wait, she stayed for like 3 months, but like still. What? Why'd you bring like 2 huge freaking like 2 large luggages, like, and I had to roll all of them because she's like, I'm holding my baby, so like but the
don't
funniest
you
part
love
is that she puts her baby on this like little thing. Oh, it's a backpack, but it's a front backpack, so you
Yeah,
put
yeah,
her
yeah.
on
I know
the
what you're
front
talking about.
and her little feet come out, and it's so cute. And honestly,
The baby
so have you
fanny
seen?
pack.
Yeah,
I have seen those.
Have you seen the movie Hangover?
Yes.
Zach Galifianakis with the monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a dream of mine. I want to hold Alana like that, so I can't wait. I can't wait to be Zach Galifianakis. So I have these luggages, like pulling them, and then she's like, "You're getting my luggages wet," and I'm just like,
"Oh my god."
So I'm like lifting them, bringing them over, and then we go to the place, and we go down the elevator, and we have to walk to the terminal, and it's just, why is it crowded? Why are airports crowded? It's a Tuesday morning.
What time in the morning?
I don't know. It's 6 8. No, wait. Oh my god, I'm a liar. That's when I brought my mom to the airport. It was 2 p.m., but it was still busy. Like it's 2 p.m.
I feel like that's a busy time.
That's peak flight hours.
I don't know.
care. I really don't care. Honestly, these people can choke. I'm sorry. Like, I am not trying to be touching people and, like, people looking at you with your open-toed chanclas and you're, like, your sister, your small-ass sister with a baby, and they're, like, giving her looks. And I hate that. I hate it when they see small people with babies, they give them the ugliest looks. And I'm just like, grr. Like, I can't say anything either because I don't want to cause a scene, but, like, I hate it. Like, even
that's
how
annoying.
much my sister gets on my nerves sometimes, I hate it when people give my sister looks because that's...
Of course, yeah.
It's, I will punch them. I will give a little punchy.
Give a little.
Anyways, so we go over to the to get in line, and so I'm just like, why don't we just do it at a kiosk? It's better. And so she's like, okay, let's go to the kiosk. And we do it. And we do everything. And we check in her free bag, her other free bag. And then we have to do a special one where it's a car seat because, I don't know, babies. So, like, it's like, oh, you're going to have to pay, it says you have to pay $25, but she's like, no, it's supposed to be free. So she puts it. And it's supposed to give us 2 tags to put on it so they can scan it. So it gave us 1. And we were just like, well, that's weird. And then, so we go to the guy, and the guy's like, you're in the wrong area. This is first class. And we were just like, are you kidding me?
Oh no.
Like, she was just like, okay, we'll just go over there. Like, we had to walk all the way down to the freaking, what is it called? Economy class. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Why can't we just do it here? And we walk over there and then go, but we have to stay in line in a kiosk again. And just like, so we do it. And then the freaking thing says ticket already claimed.
What?
Because we did it at the first kiosk.
Yeah.
So we just go in line, and we're just like, okay. And then these people are in 2 lines going to the one person. So like it's switching off. So like one goes over here from the other line, and then after that you go from the other line. So this guy, so this guy on the right, I was looking at him, and like he wanted to go before me, and I was just like, nope, it's our turn. Sorry. So I bring the freaking luggages. I like throw him over, and I'm just like, it's our turn.
Gosh.
And like he literally gave me the ugliest look, and I was just like,
what did he expect?
But I was not having it, okay?
So, yeah, I don't blame you.
So like I bring it over, and the lady is just like, okay, where is the other tag? I was like, excuse me? We already tried to do that, and it didn't let us. And so she's like, you need other tag. And then the guy behind, like the guy that I just like, flipped off. And like literally he laughed when we had to walk out of the line. And I was just like,
what a jerk.
I was just like,
God.
Ugh.
People are such jerks.
I was so mad. And then so we got assistance finally at the kiosk. And so she put her code in, and she's like, oh, you didn't pay. And my sister's like, but we don't have to pay. And I was just like, you just got to pay because there's more than 2 bags. And she's like, ugh, okay. So she pays, and it's all set, and we go back in line, and then we finally freaking check it in. And honestly, I'm over the airport.
Yeah,
everybody is just so musty. They like, it's not crowded, but I feel crowded because I hate people. Like, honestly, like if they're anywhere near my T-zone, like if I T-pose and if they touch me, then I don't like that.
Oh my God, what a nice way of measurement.
So
no, I totally feel you.
I hug my sister goodbye, and I literally say, I wave to her goodbye, and she gets in line, and she goes to the TSA area, and I'm like literally like, bye, everything's all cute. And then she's like walking out of the line, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? I just said bye, leave already. So she's like, she comes up to me, and I was just like, this bye was not worth it. Like, honestly, I'm not doing it again. Because I already hugged her once. I'm done with affection. Yeah. So she's like, I have to go all the way down there. This is first class again. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So she walks all the way down, and like I'm walking with her because like, I'm just being considerate. And she's like, you can leave. Like, I'm not mom. Like, you don't have to send me off. And I'm just like, okay, bye. So I literally turn around, and then she like just standing there, and I turn around again, and I say, bye, Alana. And Alana waved. She waved back. And honestly, like, even though I hate, family and stuff like that, and like I can get a little cringy with family, I love my sister and I love Alana, and I miss them so much. And honestly,
your family family in general is just like, they get on your nerves constantly, but like, that's just family. I feel like there's no family out there where they just don't get on each other's nerves all the time.
Yeah,
true.
But that's it. You did spark up something when you said dream. I also had a weird dream, and really? I honestly wish it came true, like you, Miss Raven Baxter. I was having a dream that I was in high school, and I was trying out brass instruments because they needed people in the brass section. So I was trying the trumpet, and I said, this is too like thin, like, and like, like how you like try on the mouthpiece and you like try to quack, it sounds like a quack, like, like, yeah. So like I tried, and I was like, this is too thin. So, and then they give me the tuba, and I'm like, this is not good. This is too thick now. So they give me the trombone, and I honestly was like, dang, wow, this is so fun. Like, honestly, it's like a little, what is it called? The whistle?
The three bears, I don't know.
Goldilocks and
the three bears. This one's too thin. This one's too thick. I need me a little thicky.
Oh my god. So I honestly like see my like it flash forwards all my like, years in playing trombone. I go to like a freaking tryout, and I make it to the Chicago Symphony, and like I just see my parents in the audience while I'm playing the trombone, and I'm just like, I wait, and literally I'm playing the piece. I don't know what piece they're playing, but I honestly thought it was really cool because I was like going up and down with that little trombone thing, and I was just like, the way I woke up was so funny. I literally like turned around, and I said, and I saw like I saw Ariana Grande. I saw Ariana Grande first chair trombone, and I said, "Girl, Ari, what are you doing here?" And then I literally stand up, and then I woke up, and I was just like, "Damn." I wish that was true. Ariana Grande.
Wait, was Ariana Grande playing the trombone?
Yes, she was first. She was first chair trombone.
Get it, Ariana Grande. Oh my god, that's like the
ponytail
best
and all.
What a legend. That is the funniest dream I've ever heard of. Wait a second. I wonder if he'll kill me if I talk about this. But speaking of dreams, the other day, our friend Gara messaged me. He was like, I had a dream about you, and I was like, oh? And he was like, yeah. So he this is so funny since we just watched Doctor Strange the other day. So he was like, yeah, I had a dream that I was talking to you on Skype, but you were on my couch, like I could see you, but I was talking to you on Discord, and you're making no sound from your mouth, but it was moving, but it was coming through my headphones, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I astral projected into you.
Honestly, Doctor Strange is all about astral projection and all.
And I know, and like he told me about the dream before I saw Doctor Strange.
Okay.
And so like, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I just astral projected. And so that was really funny to me. And then literally we watched Doctor Strange, and he oh my god. He was, the first time he like goes outside of his body or whatever.
When
and
he
I was
gets
like,
punched out of his body.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, he's astral projecting. And then he was like, what did you do to me? What was that? And she was like, that was your astral form. And I was like, I lost it. I was like,
that movie, before I watched that movie too, I was all like, I knew the concept of astral projection and the meme about it. So
yeah, it was like a joke.
So like when he got punched out of his body, I was just like, holy shit, he's astral projecting.
I was just, kind of like, hee, that's funny. It was like astral projecting or whatever. And then she was like, yeah, your astral form. Oh my god, it was so funny. I was dying. Yeah, but so that, like, dreams are so weird. I don't even know, like, the weirdest shit happens in dreams, and I don't know.
Honestly, like, what if I connected with Ariana Grande in a dream? Like, what if her dream was playing trombone too? And
oh my god, like Steven Universe.
Sorry, I choked a little bit. Like I was just a little excited. Like
Steven.
She turns around and she's like, "Who's that random Asian?"
Oh my god. I just every time like I think about like connecting dreams, I think about like the pizza sister from Steven Universe, and she's her sister was like pizza version. She was like Kiki. You want me to go to this concert, Kiki? You're my favorite sister, Kiki.
You take my shaft, Kiki.
Yeah, it was so funny. Oh my god. Okay, so we just spent a long time talking about that, but that's okay. What else you got for me? Hit me with the scoop.
I got nothing. I thought you gave me the scoop. Give me a scoop, madam. I want that flavor.
You're killing me today.
That flavor of ice cream. I want it. Give me.
You're actually killing me today.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have like a little tear in my eye or whatever. Like it's actually really funny. I don't have any scoops. So I guess we're scoopless, and I guess we're just gonna take our tea with no sugar.
Oh no.
I do have some things written down here for our, our other scoops.
Oh.
I'm doing like hand motions, like Antonio.
We can say instead of scoops, we can do morsels. Like chocolate chip
morsels.
Yeah. Like so like you open a bag of chocolate chips, but if you look on the side, it doesn't say chocolate chips. It says chocolate morsels.
It says semi-sweet chocolate morsels.
Oh, so you like semi-sweet? Okay.
I mean, that's what I usually see. I'm not trying to differentiate.
Okay.
Oh my. Okay. So, what I have written down here is, in 30 years from now, what will we tell the youth about our young days? And I think about this a lot because I'm getting old and it scares me. Especially like when I see technology advancing, and I'm just like thinking about how frustrated I get with my mom when she's like, I can't get the Wi-Fi to work. And I'm just like, Mom, it's just Wi-Fi. All you gotta do, like to her, that's really complicated. To me, it's like I've known that for like most of my life, my teenage to adult life, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I've been actually thinking about that a lot. Like in 30 years, I'm going to be so old. God.
In 30 years?
I'm like,
oh my God, I'm going to be so old. In
I
30
mean, we're not
years,
that-
I'm going to be 30 years older. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm just like, thinking about it, like, how are we going to explain, like, what is it even going to be like? How are we going to explain to our children, like, memes and, like,
T-posing? Oh my God.
T-
They're going to be like, oh my God, Dad, you're so lame.
T-posing was like in the 2010s. Like, come on, get with the 2040s.
Holy shit.
We're in the 40s, Dad. We're in the 40s, Mom.
You were in the tennies.
The tennies. What if they call it that? Oh my God. Write this down right now. Put it in a piece of paper. Put it in a capsule. Bury it in your backyard. And ask me what they call the freaking tens in the future. And if they don't call it the tennies, I'm going to burst a nurse.
Burst a nurse. Like with our like form of communication and stuff like that, how are we going to explain the stuff we say? Like narts. Like, oh, I narded on you. Oh, get narded. Or like anything we say get yucked. Like anything I say, like how am I going to explain to like, future generations, this is how I acted in the tennies.
In the tennies. I can't even explain to like my sister who is like only like barely like she's 16 years older than me. My sister is. I can't even explain to my sister what Narts is without having to write an essay. Like I have to back up all of my like evidence and my sources, like what a Narts is or anything, And it's just like, but then again, like my 13-year-old niece or about to turn 14-year-old niece, like I can be like, oof, and she knows what that means.
Because she plays Roblox.
Or like Hi Sisters, or she knows all these memes. And it's like, okay, maybe the age gap is not gonna be so bad with me and then the younger generation as much as like me and the older generation. But it definitely concerns me. I'm just like, man, we're probably not even gonna like text anymore. We're probably just gonna like
astral project.
I'm just gonna astral like you're not gonna call or text me and be like, hey, you wanna come over? You're just gonna astral project into their house and be like, hello, can I come in? I'm already in, so I'm just gonna sit down now.
Can I have a drink? An astral drink? Yeah, what flavor do you want?
Can you mist my astral form with some kind of spray?
Oh my God.
Sure.
Like, okay, so you know how we can't explain our like kind of like ideals and very humor to our parents and like older generations, and we can relate to younger generations, but then there's also times where the younger generation confuses us, and that's where I understand the older generations. Like
exactly like geez, what was it? Like, and this is like it's easiest to talk about with like technology, because like technology, while it's advancing, it's also getting like more intuitive. So it's like easier to keep up with, because like now, well, when technology was like coming up when I was a child and like when my mom was already an adult, it's like now you can touch the screen and like zoom it in with your fingers or whatever. And that was never a thing, but now that's like standard across the board for all things, So it's like everything is kind of like getting this standard of how it works. But even me, I'm just like, you're telling me that I can take my phone and just slap it up to this vending machine and get what I want? I don't have to put money into it.
Right?
That's why I'm like, oh, back in my day, we used to have dollars. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm relating.
You would have
I'm
to
like,
ask your mom for 75 cents.
Yeah. Oh my God. But now it's just, and I still don't really understand like Bitcoin and stuff. And so that's the kind of stuff that's like scaring me. I'm like, I'm not even that old, but it's already like getting to the point where, and it's the worst part about it is, like, I don't even care to learn. Like, I don't care. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, I'll just do it this way because I've been doing it this way my whole life. So I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, here's the thing. People glowing up at younger ages.
Yeah.
So there's, like, videos about, like, JoJo Siwa and how other 15-year-old girls look like. And I'm just like, is this really the generation of that? Like, I'm only, like, 5 years older than, like, 15-year-olds. But, like, I'm just like, damn, is everyone advancing? Because when I looked 15, I was a freaking gremlin. Like,
I was a mess. I was a gremlin mess. Like, I didn't start getting into makeup or anything like that until I was, I was 13, but my idea of makeup was, like, literally rub the foundation into my hands like lotion and, like, smear it all over my face. And then put, like, a literal circle around my eyes with eyeliner and then call it a day. And so that was scary, but I guess, and I heard another, like, I was watching one of those, like, YouTube videos where it was like, oh, I recreate my 15-year-old makeup and whatever. And they were talking about, like, back then, your only, like, source for or reference on how to do makeup or whatever is what your mom taught you or your sister or your older female whatever in your life. 2, like, a magazine.
Yeah.
And those don't give tutorials. It's just like, look at this summer look, you know? And then
you just have to experiment.
Yeah, or experimenting, or, like, what you see on TV. And again, it's like, it's not a tutorial, but now it's like, there's, like, all these beauty gurus, and, like, YouTube is a huge thing, and, like, my nieces that are, like, 6 and 8, like, watch YouTube. Like, they watch, like, how to make slime and blah, 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 and, like, all these, like, stuff like that. So it doesn't, like, as shocking as it is to see 15-year-olds, like, that look, that they're so much older and, like, have this, like, perfect makeup and clothes and all this stuff, you gotta remember that, like, it's evolving because they have so much access to all these, like, resources. And it's, like, it's kind of like a good and a bad thing because, I don't know, like, do you? Like, if you want to wear makeup and stuff at that age, absolutely. Yeah. Discover yourself.
Yeah, be yourself. Be true to who you are.
Yeah. God. But yeah, it is a little concerning, but that's another reason why I'm just like, maybe I'll just skip out on the whole kids thing because I don't want to be that parent that's like, back in my day, and you can't wear all that makeup. And I mean, I don't think I would be necessarily, but, you know, that's another frightening thing about, you know, becoming an adult and blah, 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 blah. So, definitely. So in 30 years, I have no idea what I would tell.
Honestly, I can't predict the future.
Like, I was just a gremlin on the internet. That's it. That's the end.
Honestly, in 30 years,
still will be.
I wouldn't be surprised if you're still a gremlin on the internet.
I'm like finally becoming the old lady in the WoW guild that's like, all right, guys, let's do our Tuesday run. You know, whatever. That's gonna be me in 30 years.
Oh my god.
Okay, so next topic. What if names for things were different than what they really are? Like Rasasapaphus or Life Xavier.
I guess.
Or are we talking like Little Mermaid, like, what is she called?
The small fish lady.
No, I'm talking about what is she like had a name for the brush or whatever. That was not a hairbrush. I don't remember. Something like that. Is that what you're talking about? Like instead of for example, instead of a spoon, we would call it
a spowl.
A stir stick. A spowl.
Excuse me, SLYLEAF, can you pass the spowl over to me?
Oh yes, let me just move over my flock. My flock is right next to it, so I need to. My flock.
A flock and spowl. And a knife? Honestly, knife. I don't care.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, I guess we would just adjust, but what if like some new totality what is the word?
Totality?
No, like some dictatorship
Tyranny?
takes over. Sure.
Tyrant.
Tyrant. Some totalitarian.
Some tyrant?
I'm an idiot. Something like that.
Dictarian?
Well, I know the word
Dictator?
that I'm trying to say, but it's not coming out of my mouth. But yeah, so what if some force takes over the government in the US and they're like, no longer shall you use
the word spoon.
The word spoon, or like you're not allowed to use the metric system. And what's the other metric system? That's not the actual metric system.
Our metric system. US.
Yeah, our dumb one. The feet in the cups.
Feet.
The feet in the cups and the inches.
Weight and pounds.
What if someone's like, yeah, no more of this. You have to call it the squeeb. So now 1 foot is 2 squeebs. I mean, I feel like there would be like an underground like we're gonna take back our inches. We're gonna take back our feet.
Like meter and millimeter, millisqueeb.
Squeeb and millisqueeb.
We will not squeeb no more.
No more squeebage. Oh my god. Okay, wait a second. I have to talk about this because speaking of like the age gap between like youth and like the generation misunderstanding, I saw this post on Twitter and it was talking about like how old people text.
Oh.
And it was so funny to me because like, do you ever notice that old people or like, old people, I sound so rude, but like older people that text, they always use like an ellipsis after everything they say. Like, so instead of just saying, hey, I'm on my way home, and they're like, okay, they say, okay, ... Or, I'm on my way home, ... And it just sounds so ominous. Like, it looks so ominous, and it always, and like, my mom doesn't do that, but like, my aunt does it, and I've seen people that do it. They just put random, like, punctuation. And another thing is, like, they, like, randomly capitalize, like, some words and not others. And it's just, like, okay, my mom doesn't do the ellipsis thing, but the way she types always makes it sound like she's mad at me. Even if she is or she isn't. It's like, hey, are you gonna go to the store later? Maybe. ...
And
it's just like ... or like whatever she puts, it's always just like, are you mad at me? You okay? You all right over there? like
so my mom
let me just open up my text messages while you
my mom what do you call it, also, speaks very menacingly. She like speaks with broken English and stuff like that. So it's like, it's a very adventurous time speaking with my mom in text. And
yeah,
honestly, I read my text in her voice. I read everyone's text in her voice. So I ask my mom, I won't forget to mention that my mom texts super late. Like, she like waits 3 whole hours to text me back. So I said, Mom, can you wake me up when you get home? And honestly, she didn't wake me up. She said, when I woke up, all I saw was, I'm on my way.
Yeah, that's another thing. They like completely derail the conversation and just like say something else.
On my way.
Oh my god. Like, okay, here's a good one. I said she texted me in the morning when I was still sleeping. She says, "When are you getting up?" And I woke up very shortly after that, and I texted her, and cuz what she does is because we have 2 stories in our house, in both the old house and the new house. So she'll text me instead of coming upstairs or calling me or whatever, because I can't hear her and she can't hear me. So it's like, She doesn't want to come up the stairs, so she's just texting me. So she goes, when are you getting up? And I was like, I'm up. Let me take a shower and I'll be down. And I guess to like tell me not to get in the shower yet, to wait because she wanted to take a bath first, this is how I'm interpreting it because I have to do that because she just says me tub. I said, let me take a shower and I'll be down. And she goes, me tub. So I'm assuming that means don't get in the shower yet, Sarah, because I'm going to take a bath. And if we take a bath and a shower at the same time, it's going to take up all the hot water.
Me tub.
Which translates me tub. So I just said, me, Sarah. Oh my gosh. It's like, that's... And, like, I guess my mom, like, has adapted to, like, autocorrect and, like, you know how, like, it'll auto-punctuate for you if you hit double space?
Yes.
So, like, that's another thing. Like, I'll send my mom something funny, and she goes, now, that's funny, period. I needed that, period. LOL, period. It's so funny. Like, I love it. I love it so much.
This reminded me of a conversation. So, I have a group text with my mom, my dad, and my sister. So, so literally, I don't give a fuck at all. I literally don't care about the conversation. I put it on mute, and I occasionally reply. So, I'm always like talking, like sending memes. I send pictures and stuff like that. And like I send a random picture of what do you call it? Ariana Grande. And literally my mom said, "Who are you with?"
That's what my mom does too. Like if I show her a picture of something funny or like some like so on Twitter, like I'll see like a cute video with an animal or something and she likes that stuff. But like, you know, sometimes it'll have like a person in it, like their person and their dog or whatever, and she's like, "Who's that? Is that your friend?" I'm like, "No, it's just some random person." "Why do you have a video of them and their dog?" "It's on the internet, Mom." Oh my gosh, it's so funny. And another thing, so my sister is the exact opposite. So my mom speaks in like shorthand, but like grammatically correct, like punctuated shorthand. And then my sister, when she texted me, it's the exact opposite because she, no matter what she's doing, she always uses speech to text. And she like talks to Siri like it's her best friend, you know, like, "Siri, where's this? Siri, what's this?" And like she won't actually touch her phone. Yeah. She just uses Siri. And so my sister sends me like a novel every time. She's like, you know, "Oh yeah, I went to the store and then I was going downstairs and I was gonna tell you about this and blah blah blah." And it's just like a run-on sentence of like all lowercase and then a period, but it's like a page long every time she texts me because she just starts talking, you know? So that's another thing. I've noticed that a lot with like people around her age. They're like learning about speech to text and that's all they use. It's so funny. And you even see it like on Facebook too. Like it's even funnier when they like have to use the computer and like the phone doesn't correct it for them. But that's, I don't know, that's all I really have for the topics. So I guess we can move on to
the morsels.
I don't know. We don't need yeah, no more morsels. We've consumed all the morsels.
What are we gonna put on our cookies? Now it's time to talk about
sugar. We're just gonna put sugar on them. Sugar, and I got the sugars. So now I'm doing my Antonio. What is it? What's his last name? Garza. Antonio Garza. Like, yeah.
Wait. Like, wait. Honestly.
Yeah.
I'm doing that right now.
I'm doing like the Y hands. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're gonna talk about games.
Games.
I
Nothing much.
Play a lot of Fortnite.
I've been playing Fortnite.
Nothing new.
A lot of Fortnite.
And WoW.
And honestly, I can see myself improving a lot, and I met a lot of people who play Fortnite too, so...
I still suck.
No, you don't. You've been popping off a lot of games I've been playing with you.
I see there's no gray area. Like, I either pop off, or, like, I don't do anything. And I die instantly.
Me. It's okay. Like...
Speaking of battle royales, this little gremlin decided, okay, we both collectively decided, we're like, hey, have you ever played Realm Royale? No, it was you, because you were like, did you ever play the Paladins Battle Royale? And I didn't realize that the Paladins Battle Royale was Realm Royale. I thought it was Paladins Battle, like, I thought it was, like, the characters from Paladins, but in a battle royale. I don't know what I was thinking. And Ian was like, no, have you played it? So here I go downloading Paladins, and he's like, no, it's called Realm Royale. And I was like, oh, Lord. Because I already played it. Oh, my gosh. So I was like, you know what? Maybe they've improved it, because it's been a hot, 3 months since I played it. So I downloaded it, and we played it. And boy, howdy, that game nerds my girts. I don't like it at all. Like, I would like it. It seems like it would be right up my alley, because I'm way more into, like, cartoony and, like, fantasy style stuff instead of, like, guns and
roses,
whatever. Don't like that. But okay, so first of all, that game, I know it's an alpha. I know it's, like, early, but, like, you feel like you're slipping and sliding around in that game. You're like, and, like, you jump, like, literally 8 feet straight up in the air, and then, like, fall down slower than you're supposed to. And then, like, the aiming is, like, really weird. Don't like
honestly, that game, I didn't have fun, but, like, I could see myself playing it more if, you know.
I feel like if they developed it more, which, I mean,
hopefully,
honestly, the company that is producing that game doesn't have a real big hot streak right now. So, that being said, hopefully, if it does get, like, a little bit more, like, oomph to it, then maybe. But okay, here's another thing. It really takes me out of the whole experience. Like, okay, in Realm Royale, you're playing classes and you have spells and all this stuff, and then you pick up an SMG. It's like, that's an issue. That's definitely an issue. Pick up a bow, a crossbow, sure, I'll take that. A sword, yeah. A spear, yeah. A flamethrower, sure.
An SMG?
An assault rifle, no. I don't want that. That's exactly what I don't want, because that's already in every other game in the whole world that has guns. So, yeah, that was my problem with that game. But I will say I do really like the chicken thing.
The
chicken thing is the best thing about that game, hands down.
I lost my friggin' shit.
I didn't tell Ian about the chicken thing, and he just turns into a chicken. For those of you who don't know, I haven't played Realm Royale. In most battle royales, like PUBG, Fortnite, whatever, if you die, you don't just die, you get downed and you, like, fall, and then you have to get picked up or revived by, like, a teammate or something.
Yeah.
But in Realm Royale, it's not like that. You turn into a chicken with a flag, and you start playing this, like, song. And it's like this song that plays, and you run around and try to hide and then after a certain period of time, you'll just turn you're not a chicken anymore. But
it's actually so easy to die as a chicken, and honestly, why would you implement that if you're...
It's because they can hear your chicken song. Yeah. So they can just come right to you, which I think is kind of dummy. But yeah, so that's funny. But hopefully, I don't know. I could see it being kind of fun if they, like, improved the gameplay in general and, like, maybe took out the guns and just put, like...
They should also implement a way for new players to play together. Like, that's something about Battle Royale games that kind of peeved me off. Because at first I used to hate
like, skill
Fortnite.
Level.
You were the one that was like, let's play Fortnite. And I was just like, no, I'm bad at that game. Like, I would only play 2 games and then I would be over with it. Like, you remember. Like, so,
yeah.
Like, I just really hope
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
you know, Battle Royale
that's another thing, because, you know,
like, start
Overwatch does that, you know,
differentiating,
kinda.
like,
I mean, it tries
people
to
who
have
are,
some kind of matchmaking,
you know,
but with Fortnite,
like,
it's like, let's pick
used to the
100
game and
random
people
people
who are
and throw
just
them all
starting.
together, no matter what level they are. And, I mean, I guess it makes sense because there's no competitive. If there was, like, a competitive Fortnite, then I can see them putting in some kind of matchmaking, you know? Well, yeah. Professional, but not like,
Just like,
you know, you can't play ranked Fortnite. You just enter a tournament, you know? So,
it kind of is.
I mean, that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I agree with you. I wish there was
competitive for
I
pros
wish there
though.
was some
They're
kind
like
of, like,
they're called
matchmaking system.
invitationals.
But yeah, I think that's it for games. I haven't really, nothing's really changed here. I've just been playing the same old. Nothing exciting happening. Okay, so I guess we'll move on to the song of the week. I'll I'll let you go first.
Oh, I know why. I have a really great song for you guys to listen to.
No. No,
She
don't
let
you
me
dare.
go first.
Don't you dare.
I love this song that recently came out on Monster Cat.
What have I done? Why do you do this?
It's a song by Keepsake, aka Richard Caddock, and it's called This Time Around, featuring the loving and beautiful SLYLEAF. Honestly, wait. All memes aside, that song is amazing. Both of you guys blend amazingly, and I honestly think it's one of the best songs you've ever featured on because it really hits me in the feels. The lyrics are on point, and the vocals are just amazing. I love the melodies, and I love the instrumental, and it's overall one of the best songs I've listened to. And if you guys haven't heard about it, then what the frick are you guys doing?
Oh my gosh, thank you. Like, it was really fun working on that track with Richard.
Good. I'm glad.
My interface keeps dying. Hold on a second. I think I'm back. I'm so sorry. My interface just keeps bugging out. But yeah, it was really fun working on the track with him. It was a lot of like new first time things for me with that track. And so I definitely learned some things, and it's really cool. And I'm happy with it. And this is actually like one of the songs with like the fastest turnaround, I guess. Like, from hey, do you want to work on a song to hey, the song's releasing tomorrow was like such a short period of time compared to other songs that I've done in the past. So that was a new experience too. But yeah, really fun to work on. And I'm blown away by the response of like everybody saying they like it and like, oh, I love this song. I'm just like, it's still very surreal for me.
Truly made something beautiful. Mwah.
Oh my god.
I love you. Big mwas for you.
Oh my god.
And Keepsake.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope you and him do more collabs in the future. I'm so excited for you.
Me too. My song of the week, literally someone sent this to me the other day. It is by Artisan. And it is called Bliss, and like, holy moly, guys, you definitely need to listen to this song. It's like, how do I describe it? It's very like, it whisks you away. It's very immersive, and it's like instantly when the song starts, you're like, wow, I feel Bliss. I feel this environment that he's creating, and like, it's so nice. I love when a song can just like be so transparent and like exactly what they want to convey is like coming at you full force. And it was very, very nice. I completely zoned out when I was listening to it. I was like, this is so good. I had to listen to it a lot more times. So yeah, definitely. And it's completely instrumental. So I would definitely check that out. It's a very good song. It's Bliss by Artisan. And that's all I really got. I mean, there's so, like, it's sad. There's so many good artists on SoundCloud, and it's like, if I need to actually take the time and go through my stream and listen to everything, because I'm missing out on all these beautiful songs that there's so many, you know, so it's good to check out every now and then. Now, let me scroll down. Now we're going to wrap it up here quickly after this, but I can't skip over this, the meme of the week, of the year.
Of the year
for me is
I honestly read this and I honestly was like, I'm scared. I don't know what this is.
Mr. Bubs. Mr. Bubs. Wait,
the dog?
Yes, the dog.
Yeah, I got you.
I love this little dog so much. It's just like everything about that video and every meme that they've made of it is perfect. Like, this little dog is just me. He's me on another level. But yeah, I can't go on with my life without showing this to everybody who crosses my path. Like, if you know me, you have to know about Mr. Bubs. God.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I got this.
I got this on camera.
And then, like, a freaking, like, what was it, Content Scale Aware, where they put, like, the alien voice on it, too, and it was like, I love it so much. But yeah, I think it's about time for us to, you know, just go on and kiss a cowboy.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Bye!
Bye-bye!